Hey guys, Rafferty Pendry here. In this video, I'm talking about how do we create a positive work environment, not only for yourself, but for others around you. Take a look. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up for me and feel free to subscribe to my channel for future content like this. All right, so point number one is clear vision and values. So providing clarity to those around you on what are your values, how do you operate, give them an overarching understanding of how to make decisions. It'll make them better and better at making decisions that align with what you're trying to do and where you're trying to go in the company. It'll also allow people to be better at their jobs without you having to provide every single detail of every single thing, because they know what is the overall framework of how to actually make decisions. So underneath values, then you're providing this vision and direction for them. That again contributes to the situation where, a person comes along and they say, well, hey, I have this one situation, then I have this other situation, then I have this other situation, and I don't know how to deal with those situations. When you give them the overall values, that's the biggest framework they can use to actually make correct decisions. How we go about accomplishing those vision or values is the next piece, that if you provide these overarching things, it actually creates a positive work environment because people are aligned with the things that actually matter. The next point is don't punish people for communicating. Sometimes people are going to tell you things you don't like. Like, you're going to hear that there's bad news in some area. I've seen guys who don't even want to deal with the bad news. They don't want to deal with a tough situation. And then they punish somebody for communicating about it, or make them feel bad for communicating about it, or they say, oh, just handle it. Just deal with it. It's not my problem. And you're like, okay, well, that's fine, but this person's asking for help. If they're saying that something isn't working some way, then don't punish them for that. Actually work with them to resolve it. The third one here is providing opportunities for growth and development. Sometimes when we're so focused on what's being done right now, we're so focused on, I got to handle payroll and I got to handle this and I got to handle that, we overlook giving people a path to growth or a path forward. And the interesting part is when we take the time to say, hey, here is a path to grow or a path forward, what ends up happening is the person actually spends time getting themselves aligned to how they can actually provide more and more value, not only within the organization, but to others around them. What ends up happening, they feel better about themselves and their confidence comes up. And with their confidence coming up, they do a better job at work. So it creates this whole snowball effect, actually in a positive direction. When you give somebody a path to growth, they can start working on it without it taking up your time and attention all the time, because they're going to start working on it because they know what is the path of development and growth. One that we can overlook a lot is rewarding people for good work. There have been a number of times that somebody wanted to work for our company, and when I was asking them what the issue was in the previous company, why are you even looking for a job outside of the place? They just said, I felt under acknowledged. That's a really powerful thing, because I've seen guys who were willing to take pay cuts at companies, guys who are willing to move to totally different things, totally different industries, totally different jobs, simply because somebody wasn't acknowledging them for the work. So even if you're stressed out, even if you're overwhelmed, even if you got so many things going on, don't forget to actually acknowledge and reward your people for doing good work. It goes a long way. A simple, hey, good job, wow, nice work on that, goes a very long way for people. And the last point here is providing kind of a work-life balance. And what I mean by that is it's not sustainable for a person to be working like 80, 100 hours a week in your company all the time. It's just not sustainable. Like, yeah, I get the whole dedication and work hard and all that kind of thing. Yeah, for sure. It's very easy to burn people out if you don't set it up where work-life balance is okay. If you have expectations or like wink, wink, do a lot of extra work and don't spend time with your family, don't spend time with your friends, don't spend time on the hobbies that you have, you're going to find that people get overworked, and they leave. So you want to know why you have a hard time hiring and keeping good people sometimes? Set up a process and align yourself in a way that allows people to have a real life. And to me, a real life includes being very productive, being a hard worker, and having the downtime, having the time with your family, having the time with your friends. And for me, I found that for myself and others, that we have a lot more fun at work when we also have a balance on the other side of life. If this video helps out, guys, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and check out these videos for more content like this.